Welcome, everybody. Episode 182, Stevie says hello and welcome. Stevie made it back from whatever was happening, where they had to cancel shows, and she was in Chicago with Billy Joel and did a fine job.
Wonderful.
Well, when your whole band's over 70 years old, I'm sure you wake up in the morning and call. Like, if I have comics on the road with me, we're like, hey, who wants to go breakfast? You know, I'm sure their call is everyone still alive? Is anyone sick? Does anyone need to go to the hospital? Does anybody need urgent care? Mm-hmm. Everybody be down at the front desk.
Who wants a coffee?
Yeah. It's welcome. So first I need to address my medal. And I came with a T-shirt. It's enormous. This is congratulating me from Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura for doing their 5K walk virtually. Wow. I did it in Nashville. This medal is so heavy that this is why I know his wife. She's much smarter than him, Leanne. Yes, we all know that. Bert's smart in his own strange way. But Leanne's really keeping this ship together. This is so heavy, I can't imagine what it costs to mail. It is like you could kill, listen to that. I mean, you could kill someone with this medal, and it's enormous.
2 hands to lift.
And it's got a ribbon. I mean, this costs money. It came with, it said 2 Bears 5Ks. You fucking did it. Congrats, and thank you for joining us in the first ever 2 Bears 5K. We have dumb ideas sometimes and couldn't be happier how many of you joined us. Rock your shirts and finish your medals with pride. Nice. Until the next one, Bert and Tom.
Boom.
And I add Leanne to that because I'm sure she was the one that said, Bert, you have to get them something for doing it.
Right.
And then he's like, what? I was going to do some of the Bert Summer Fun Tour things. I wanted to do the one in the Ozarks, but I got to work. So
Fully loaded.
the fully loaded thing, yeah. It looks like a lot of fun.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah.
I think he does it for like a month. So congratulations to Bert and Tom, and to Leanne, thank you for the medal. And Stevie has one on too. Welcome. I think Stevie could walk 5K, no problem. I think everybody behind me could. Even Jelly Roll did it. If he could do it, anybody can do it.
Nice.
Yeah. What are we drinking? Face Plant IPA. It's a Lost Rhino Brewing Company. This was left by a termite in West Virginia, a case of it.
Yep.
Yes. And then I gave 6 of them to Michael Palisak and saved the rest for Paddles and me, which I brought home. And they wouldn't let her bring it in to the casino because it's a casino. So I told her, well, run it back over to the hotel and I'll grab it. I want this person, I don't know her name, but I want you to know I did do that. Yep. I did go back. I didn't just say I would and then not do it. I'd go anywhere for a case of beer. But I didn't even know it was a case of beer, really. I just knew it was something that, I figured it's alcohol. It's either alcohol or a live animal if the casino says you can't bring it in. So thank you for that. And left Lay's potato chips, which Michael eats anything.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. And he doesn't gain weight. I don't get it. And the gummy bears, too. He was like, oh, are these... I'm like, those are mine, Michael. Are you going to eat everything that gets brought... I truly don't care half the time, but he's just amazing. It's amazing to watch, I don't know, younger guys just eat whatever, all hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. So that's what we're drinking. What are we eating? Well, we're going to try some Utz salt and vinegar potato chips from Montana Termite Kathy. Somebody came from Montana to D.C. That's right.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Are they vinegary?
Salt and vinegar. They're very vinegary. They're good. You just got to be ready for it. Wow. Wow. Yeah. How crazy is that to come to Montana? The casino is in West Virginia, but it's only an hour 10 outside of D.C. And when you drive the drive, it's so pretty. Like 20 minutes outside of D.C., boom, then you're in West Virginia, and there's the Shenandoah River that John Denver sings about. Wonderful. There must have been 1,000 people floating it. I was so jealous. I'm like...
So hot.
It was hot, but if you're in the river, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I was very, very jealous. So thank you for coming all the way from Montana. I've only been to Billings. Maybe I've been somewhere else in Montana. I don't really remember. Kalispell. I've never been anywhere that looked like the Yellowstone thing. I know that. There are actual cities in Montana. Don't let that show fool you. Fisher's popcorn, Old Bay caramel popcorn. Now, I don't know about this.
Nice.
I love Old Bay.
Cool.
But I don't know that you should mix it with caramel. I think this is going to be weird. hard no. I'm glad I'm tasting it. There's Marilyn, Termites, Susie, and Kenny. But I can't. Nope. I love Old Bay. Just put Old Bay on the popcorn. I put it on corn on the cob.
Corn's so good.
If you put it on corn on the cob, oh my God.
Yeah.
And Virginia Diner peanuts, these are from Termite John.
Yep.
Small batch and extra crunchy.
What's a small batch peanut?
I don't know. Small batch peanut. People think it's the weirdest word. Yeah.
Good.
Tastes like a small batch peanut, whatever that means.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter would approve.
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give those an A. I don't know how hard a peanut is.
Virginia
What?
Diner's famous.
Virginia Diner's famous? Never heard of it.
Yep.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Put in the schnoz.
Yeah, you guys can go. They're very good peanuts. But I don't know. Tastes like a peanut.
Right.
I mean,
I think that's the point.
now see, those I would dump Old Bay all over it and then shake them up in a bowl.
We'll do that after.
I'll try it later.
Okay.
All right, where am I going next? So you guys know. We've added a second show in Boston at the Wilbur. Very exciting. There's a Friday show and a Saturday show. So it's November 15th and 16th. And that means I get to stay in Boston for 3 nights because I'll get in on Thursday night. So I'm there.
Chowderfest.
Chowderfest. Some of my favorite bars. And I just, even, sometimes it's cool to be there in the summer, but I'll take November too. Less tourists. Yeah, you can just pick around, go wherever you want. I never tire of it. I never tired of their old cemeteries with all the famous people in them. And I like Boston. I like it. I love their accent because sometimes I feel like I don't know if they're about to punch me in the face. Like when I went down to get coffee and the lady goes, "I like your shit." I was like, whoa, I wasn't even awake yet. I'm like, I think that was a compliment.
Yeah.
It was some sort of t-shirt I had on. Probably my ray gun, pew, pew, pew. Everybody likes the cat shooting the laser gun.
Right.
It makes people smile. And you know what else makes people 3 times on the flights this past week, I have a little Buc-ee's key ring, a stuffed Buc-ee. It's like 2 inches high.
Yep.
And he hangs off my carry-on.
Yeah.
Every single person who sees it smiles. The guy who checked me in at Delta was like, I went to my first one ever. He has this big story about it. Then people boarding the plane because the bin was open saw it up there. And they were like, "Oh, Buc-ee's here." I'm like, "That's right, Buc-ee's in the house. That's right." It's a wonderful thing. So Boston, I'll be coming November 15th and 16th. So Friday, Saturday. And that's not till November. But more importantly, this weekend, Portland, Maine. There's a few tickets left, kind of up in the balcony, but every seat's a good seat in there. I swear to God, I wouldn't just say that. July 19 and 20, Borgata, Atlantic City. July 26th, San Antonio. July 27th, Austin, Texas. I'll say it like Ron. Austin. Yes, you got to do it like Texas. Ron White, Texas. August 2nd, Marietta, Ohio. August 3rd, Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm coming for your Skyline Chili, Cincinnati. Watch out. They're so proud of it. August 10th, Niagara Falls, Ontario. By the way, congratulations to Edmonton for coming down from 0-3. But
Yeah. Yep.
where are you people getting your gambling advice? Should have listened to this lady. Who told you Florida was going to win it all? This lady did. I'm not even a professional sports person. I'm just a lady who sits at a bar and watches shit. I told you to bet on Boston for basketball. Winner. Of the whole shebang. I told you to bet on Florida Panthers. Winner. Whole shebang. And then if you mix it with some golf bets, boy, that really confuses DraftKings. They're like, "You want what?" I'm like, "I want Tom Kim in the top 5 and the Panthers to win." What? You can do it, though.
Nice.
August 24th, Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. August 30th and 31st, the Venetian, Labor Day weekend. Yay, what are you guys doing on Labor Day weekend? It'll be hot out there, but who cares? Go to the pool. Or, like me, just stay inside the whole time and gamble. Some guy, by the way, some casino somewhere in Asia, I got to look it up more. He won $4 million, and he instantly had a heart attack and died.
What?
In the casino. Oh. Well, I could see it happening. You get too overstimulated, I guess. September 6th, Tarrytown. September 7th, that's New York. Wilmington, Delaware. September 13th, Columbus, Ohio.
Nice.
That was my second road week ever, Columbus, Ohio. And I was in Philly the first week, and I can say that some of the servers were a little aggressive and mean, and I may have cried the entire way from Philly.
Absolutely.
Bill Engvall kept telling me, it's just it'll be fine. And I'm like, he's like, there's just a few servers here who are having a lot of problems in their life. I'm like, I'm not even in the way. I am out of the way. But the club turned out to be great there in Philly. It was just when you don't know what you're doing, it's a little frightening.
Yep.
Second road week ever, Columbus, Ohio. September 14th, Lexington, Kentucky. September 19th, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Can't wait to see where they're going to build that building. September 21st, Dallas, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah. September 27th, Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut.
Cool.
September 28th, New York City. Hello, New York City people that always complain I don't come in the city. Well, I'm coming. Town Hall. October 11th, Troy, New York. October 12th, Burlington, Vermont. So there you go. I love it when Lewis, my little friend Lewis Black, who's older than me, I won't say about how many years, but he sends me people that have like sold out Madison Square Garden, and he just writes, "Who is this?" Today there's some youngster, Sabrina, who? Sabrina Carpenter, is that right?
Yep.
I guess she opened for Tay Tay. It's blowing up on Twitter because the kids can't get in and they've been in line. One of them said they were, and she took a screenshot of it. She's 41,505th in line. 41,000 people are ahead of her. I mean, I don't know. Ticketmaster runs my stuff fine, but I'm also not Sabrina. I mean, but Lou will just send, this person is selling out, and he's like, "Who is this?" And then I have to go, "Okay, Lou, well, here's the thing," or "This is a TikToker," or, yeah. I did not know, though, to be fair, who is Sabrina. No, I did not know.
She's good. She's one of the children.
She's one of the children, and the children want to go, but where are the children getting the money? That's $300 for nosebleeds. That's not counting fees.
Sabrina Carpenter is 25.
She's 25 years old. Oh, my God. How do you sustain that for the rest of your life?
She's dating a 31-year-old.
She's dating a 31-year-old.
Yes.
Oh, how avant-garde. How avant-garde.
He's Irish.
A real Irish person?
Yeah, he's in the Banshees of Inisherin.
He's in the Banshees of Inisherin. Yeah. Inisherin being what? One of the 3 Aran Islands?
Boom.
Okay. So shout out to the West Virginia Club. It was super fun. It was a casino gig. And then there's a racetrack that's attached. And I realized I've never been here in summer. I've only been there in the winter.
Right.
And I got to go watch the first race.
Fun.
And then I had to go to work. But then the guy who's running it down there, this guy Mark, he waited for me afterwards. He goes, "Did you really want to be a jockey?" I said, yeah, I did. I said, "I used to go to Fairmont track with my dad when I was a kid." I said, "And there was one jockey, if you bet on him, he always won." And he goes, "Dave Gall." He knew it. I was like, oh my God. Yes. Like me and my friends, like I went when I was 18, 19, 22. I went my whole life to that racetrack for something to do, just go. And he's like, "Well, if you come next time, I'll take you to meet all the horses." Because it was over by the time I was done. Yeah. I heard the bang, 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 the call, the post call. It was crazy. I can't believe there's a casino and a racetrack. Right. It's just overwhelming. Then they're like, where do we park backstage? We'll follow the stables, take a ride at the next stables. It's a fantastic little place, Hollywood Casino. It's great. Then I accidentally walked down to the mall, and I walked into a liver walk, which I thought was ironic and really suitable. I wanted to buy T-shirts for all my siblings for Christmas, but you couldn't buy them. You had to sign up to get in the walk. And I'm like, well, I can't commit. I gotta go. Mama's gotta go do stuff. But it was save your liver. I posted a little video, but then I don't want people to get mad. I know people get liver problems that aren't drinkers. I'm just saying for the drinkers that do have the problems, and I know quite a few of them. I would have walked for all of us. Yeah. I texted all my cousins. I'm like, walking for everybody. Walking for the Madigans, the McHughes, and the Debsters.
Work of the Lord.
Doing the work of the Lord. Accidentally walked probably half mile with them.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm just like, wow, it's crowded for 8 in the morning.
They're going so fast.
I was trying to beat the heat. Yeah. Why don't we stop and have a drink? Oh, maybe not in this walk. Nope. We're not going to do that. So, all right, the Queen King news. Well, Tay-Tay, where's Tay-Tay? Skinny Tay-Tay was in England.
Yep.
Buckingham Palace, the guards played Shake It Up.
Yep.
Still like the bagpipes better,
Yep.
but it was cute.
Yep.
It was a good attempt. Her show was a big smashing hit. Harry was invited. Prince William was invited. Harry and Meghan, nay. If you take Billy Bob William, you can't take. I'm sure that'll drive her crazy.
Billy Bob.
And the children, Charlotte and whatever the other two are named. Tom Cruise was there, handing out friendship blades. And Tay-Tay brought Travis out on stage. Now, I said last week, I don't like the boyfriends getting on stage. It's different. He just carried her around. He doesn't want to be a singer. He doesn't want to share her limelight. She got all excited. So,
Are you drafting him this year?
Am I drafting Travis? Probably not.
No.
He's getting old.
He's amazing. I'll draft him.
You take him.
I'll take him.
I'll have little Jack take him. He likes the Chiefs. He likes everybody involved. No, I'd rather have one of the 49er guys. I'd rather have George Kittle. Yes. Anyway, that's too inside football talk for you people who aren't following.
Travis looked good in a suit.
Travis looked very good in a tuxedo. There was a video of Jason Kelce, the brother, and he walked the whole length of the stadium with a beer in his mouth, like his teeth were holding onto the cup because he had friendship bracelets. And I'm like, that's a drinker.
Yes.
If you can do that, they should have races like that. Yep. That would be super fun. Be awesome. But you have to jog, and whoever has the most beer left in their cup at the end is a winner. And you can't drink it. Yeah. You have to just hug. So Tay-Tay had a very successful. Stevie's fine. Mm-hmm. Jelly's good. Snoop, I'm not sure what he's up to. Tanya, pictures, state fairs, whatever country people do. Cher, super quiet. That's never good.
No.
And Dolly, I'm sure she hasn't taken a week off. We just haven't heard what new things she's going to be selling or whatever.
I forgot your cast iron skillet.
Oh, right. I have the cast iron skillet. I'll show it to you next week.
Yeah, it weighs as much as your metal.
Oh my God, it's so heavy. I don't really understand the difference. I'm gonna have to Google it. Lodge, why do I need that? What is it? Cook better?
We'll talk about it next week.
I don't even cook. All right, we'll talk about it next week.
Lodge.
And a congratulations, by the way, shout out to my friend Lewis Black. Inside Out 2 broke all the records. And Lewis gets little bonuses, so keep going to see it. He gets.
Should make Lewis a king.
Lewis a king?
We got all kinds of inside stuff on him.
I have a lot. I talk to him every day. I can tell you exactly what he's doing this afternoon. Mm-hmm.
Where's he eating?
Where's he eating? That's the only thing he cares about. But it's the only thing he's cared about his whole life. He's a food guy.
Yep.
It's just amazing. Like a bad lunch can wreck his day.
Yes.
But a good roast beef sandwich can turn the whole ship around.
Yep.
No matter how shitty things are, like at work or if there's problems. And I go, look what I found at the deli, Lou.
Yeah.
Oh, his whole thing changes. I'm like, wow, I've never cared that much about food. Another thing, too, I did a podcast with Pete Holmes.
Yep.
And I love Pete Holmes.
Wonderful.
And there's a story on there about me almost killing my mom, 100% true. She's still mad about that. Like, it is not my fault.
Right.
That the golf course had bald tires on the cart and it had just rained. Yep. And you said go down the hill. So I fucking did it. And boom, she flew into the forest. Anyway, Pete's one of the smartest people, and I don't mean that like in a are you smart way. He can just talk about anything, and he's funny and he's fun. It's probably my favorite. Well, I had a lot of fun ones this year so far that I've done. I'm going to do a bunch more in the fall. Everybody's kind of out on vacation now, but Pete, there's links to it on all my stuff. Mm-hmm. If you want to go listen to that, if you got an hour drive or something. There's
Termites.
Well, Termites, what kind of what podcast do you like? Who do you like? Who do you listen to?
Yep.
I'll see if I can go do them. They usually say yes. These are just a few funny things. Now that we've done King and Queen, I got nothing else on anybody.
Nope. I like Dolly's hat.
So last week I talked about the power washer, me using the wrong nozzle. This person, it's a dude, Randy, wrote, I hired a power washer who used the wrong nozzle and power washed the face off one of my lions in the driveway. How close were you to the lion, sir? You got the wrong thing, and oh my God, that is just hilarious. You probably drove home that night and the headlights hit it and went, fuck, it doesn't have a face no more. This, I think this was a lady, I don't know, DJS. This person, I'm here to get tips on how to get to the middle and enjoy your life. Spent an afternoon with a cousin's husband who was always talking about how many deals he'd make and for the amount of money he was making and how good he is at hustling. He took calls every 5 minutes. He thinks he's impressing us. I think I'm sitting here enjoying doing nothing and nobody's bothering me with calls. I can tell you who I think's more successful.
Yay.
That's right. attend my TED Talk, how to get to the middle and enjoy it. That's right. I'm going to come up with a better title so there's good merch, but that's the working title right now. And then one more thing, because this is crazy. Been trying to have a baby for years. Went to your show in Reno last September for my birthday, I might add. And what do you know? Flash forward, I have a beautiful 3-week-old daughter. I'm sick as fuck, so what can I say? Seemed like perfect timing to thank you for the opportunity to create my daughter. Perhaps you're some sort of fertility idol. No, probably not. But at any rate, the show is amazing. I'm enjoying watching your stand-up while super sick tonight. Be well, Emily. And P.S. I would have attached a photo of said cute baby, but I don't want you to think I'm some Nigerian prince. Nobody opens sketchy attachments. No, I would not have. I did open the Pope's, and that was real. Yep. That was real. By the way, the person who set all that up for me, I did track down to say thank you, and that was all real. Great. Like, yeah, it's just amazing.
People are wonderful.
People can be really good, and social media isn't all bad. No. That's what I'm saying. I've met a ton of people from Twitter, Instagram. I pull them out of the crowd sometimes and just go, come on back if they look normal. And I love it because wherever I pick them from, they represent the genre without knowing it. Right. Like the Facebook people, usually older, talk a lot. And that's okay. That's okay if I don't have to go nowhere. I can talk a lot. Instagram kids, they just want a picture and they leave. Yep. They don't even care about talking. Nope. Twitter people, something very smart and short to say and they're out. Yep. That's it. They don't even want the picture. Nope. I'm like, I thought you guys, I'm not going to force a picture of me in your phone, but okay. It's just funny how and I don't know about the TikTok people. I don't know that they're not like
10 seconds, and then they scroll.
Yeah, they scroll. They look at me for 10 seconds and go, bored. Okay, so update. The children. Uh-oh. The children.
Oh, no.
I wish I could have a meeting with these people. Like, there's very few times in life where I go, no, I'll be in charge of that meeting. Because normally I don't want to be in charge of anything. Like, I'll attend the meeting, but I'm not going to talk at the meeting. I don't want to. The climate protester children, two incidents. This one, again, security, get a load of this one. They target UK, United Kingdom airfield hosting Taylor Swift's private jet. Two environmental activists spray painted several jets. Jesus. I mean, Christ, it cost, $8,000 to get your car repainted. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, is that right? I only had my car repainted once, and insurance had to pay for it because of an accident. So I don't know. But imagine having to repaint a jet. I mean, I can't even. It was parked at Stansted Airport in Essex, England, on Thursday, just hours after her jet arrived. They don't know that hers got hit.
Do you want to know how much?
How much to repaint a jet?
The aviation group.
I'm gonna say $125,000.
It's 70 to 180,000.
See, look at me, 70 to 180,000.
For standard.
Standard.
It takes 4 to 8 weeks.
4 to 8 weeks.
Yep.
Well, this airfield. So these were the Just Stop Oil people. Okay, I don't say what they said. I'm not, because I don't agree with the tactics. I agree with some of their causes. I agree with that they're right. I mean, look, the weather is. I think it's too late.
It's bananas.
Now remember, I flunked science. Whenever you hear.
Don't say it's too late. Oh my God.
Whenever you hear things like that, just go, oh right, that lady flunked science, because it doesn't mean it's true.
No.
Of just a lady with a beer at the bar saying what I think. I don't know if there's dams collapsing in Minnesota, the flooding in Iowa, the heat I know everybody goes, oh, it's been hot before. Not like in June like this. This is like, at least for the Midwest, this should be, or even the South, this should be more end of July, August.
90,
yeah, 90, not 106.
Yeah.
Like what the actual, I don't know. Maybe it's not too late. But anyway, so I kind of, I understand, but okay, this is my thing. I'm not going to get into it. But if we're going to stop oil, what are we going to use? Electric? And then there's issues with that. And and then even if we all do it, is China going to do it? No. Is India going to do it? No. So they got the most people.
Right.
I don't know. It's their tactics.
We should still do our part.
I try to do my part, especially when my friend Amy comes and redoes my entire house against my will. And I have to remind her, Amy, I live somewhere else 250 nights a year on the road in hotels. If you're pissed at me, if you don't like my setup, you should actually go to a Marriott, because that's where I stay with my gay grandparents, those two men that are by the elevator. And I love a Marriott. I love a Courtyard. I love a JW. I love the entire chain. You know, talk to them about plastic. Or what are their dryers set on?
You're a good supporter of aluminum.
I support a lot of aluminum. Yeah. Look at all the beer I drink out of aluminum cans. Well, that's probably bad too. But I recycle it, which is hard here. Because in Nashville, where I'm at, out in the woods, kind of, you know, the lady's like, I can bring you a second trash can, but it's all going to go to the same place. I was like, oh, you don't have recycling? Not with us, honey. You'd have to take it to a special facility. I'm like, okay. I mean, you know, there's only so much you can do. But anyway, yeah, I try. Whatever.
That's great.
Amy teaches me little things that I'll go, okay, I'll do that, and I won't do that. I'm not washing dishes in dirty dishwater. Not, especially when I have a goddamn dishwasher, Amy. How many times do you think I use that in a month?
I don't even know.
Twice?
How to use
I don't know how to use the dishwasher. Not really. When it beeps and shit, I just let it go. I don't know.
Turn it off.
Anyway, they took fire extinguishers filled with orange paint. They cut through a fence with fence cutters and got onto the private airfield. Now, in my life, I've flown a private jet maybe 3 times. Ron, once with Ron, no, twice with Ron, maybe 5 times. Leno gave me a ride home one time from Vegas, which was very nice. And then I have friends that have one. Well, they rent one, but whatever. Now, every time I've gone there, I assume this is super security. I'm guessing because these people, they're rich and famous and whatever. Right. You're going to tell me at a private airport, these kids, well, they're very young. One guy's not. One guy looks like Billy Bob Thornton. Like, maybe that's their dad. Maybe. Cut through with wire cutters and went out onto a tarmac. A tarmac with, you know, fire extinguishers filled with paint. Again, where is security? Right. I mean, I'm not blaming the people that did that. That's just vandalism. But they don't know if hers was hit. And then, they cut into the fence. I mean, they're mad. We're living in 2 worlds. And it's true. One where billionaires live in luxury and able to fly private jets, while the other, while unlivable conditions are being imposed on countless millions. Billionaires are not untouchable. Climate breakdown affects everything. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But this isn't how to do it. No. This is why we need to have a meeting. Right. And it's called Using Humor to Get Your Way. TED Talk number 2. Stop being vandals.
You better get on it.
And then, so you guys know I like golf. I had the golf tournament on Sunday. And on the 18th hole, and Scotty Scheffler was going to win again, but he had a putt left. These children, a mob of climate protesters stormed the 18th green at the Travelers tournament this past weekend. So everybody's standing there. Scotty's got 1 putt to win it. Then we're all done. We're wrapped up. And these kids, I watched it live. Yeah. Because I was like, whoa, what? And then they started spray painting the green. For everybody to, I mean, I'm sure that's fixable. You wash it off. But this group was No Golf on a Dead Planet. I forget what group they're. They're Just Stop Oil as well. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But, you know, and one of the golfers got tackled by accident. I will say the police security reacted super fast. Okay. But how did these kids get in here with goddamn spray can? I mean, I don't know. I know I've only been to the practice rounds at the Masters. You can get tickets on StubHub for like $400 for Monday. If you ever want to go, you can do that. You can enter the lottery. My dad won. People do actually win that. But the Masters, like, you have to go through security, metal detectors, no phones. No. What is going on? I mean, backpacks filled with shit? I don't know. It's dangerous. What if one of these kids wanted to do something crazier?
Right. I don't think it's terrible.
It's just the children. But the update on that is the update on Stonehenge. Update! So the children that spray painted Stonehenge, we removed the powder from the stones, and thankfully there appears to be no visible damage. We moved quickly as the powder could harm the rare lichens. Lichens.
Yes.
And if the powder,
It's a fungus.
if the powder combined with water, it could leave.
Did you say lichens?
I never heard of this word.
What's a lichen?
A lichen. Well, I like it. I like a lichen. It could leave difficult to remove the streaks. So it could have been permanent. I mean, you can't. All they're doing is making people not like them.
Right.
And guess who's going to come to your party if nobody likes you? Nobody.
Nobody's coming to your party.
That's right.
Nope.
I don't know. I see the weather and I'm just like, I don't know if it's. Can we get a handle on this? Or is it just the weather? I don't know. Then I sit at the bar with my friend Mark, who only listens to Tucker Carlson. Sometimes we sit down. I go, Mark, I can't hear from Tucker today. I'll listen tomorrow. Right now, I want to enjoy a pitcher of beer and chicken wings and tell me about your golf. Right. But he repeats all the time that this is just weather. That
Right.
we're maybe we didn't keep records 500 years ago, but I don't know. It just seems to be getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and I think Minnesota is going to be the new. I have friends that have a cabin up there, and they sent me the temperature last week. It was 69. It was 96
lovely.
here. Update. Queen, the band, they've sold their catalog.
Oh, wow.
Guess how much?
Lots.
Very much lots.
Very much lots.
Lots and lots. Guess. Don't Google it.
80 million.
1.27 billion.
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 Yep. It's the biggest acquisition of its kind.
That's fantastic.
Earlier this year, Sony paid $600 million for 50% of Michael Jackson's publishing and recorded masters catalog. Company also purchased Bruce Springsteen, Paul Simon. Yeah.
That's great.
And then it gets into the details, which is totally boring. But yeah,
That's cool.
1.27 billion.
Wow.
And then you got to divide that between 4 people, I suppose.
Wow.
Well, Freddie, whoever wrote it probably gets more.
Probably. We'll just assume that.
One more update. So I'm keeping an eye on the Iceland volcano, doing the work of the Lord for all the termites who have jobs and are too busy for all this.
Thank you.
We now have to rush to block the lava from engulfing a power plant. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Grindavik, the town where I still want to know where did all the people go?
Right.
Where are they? Do we have any termites that are Icelandic?
Find out.
The volcanic eruption in the Icelandic town of Grindavik is ongoing, with lava posing a threat to nearby infrastructure. Now, urgent measures must be taken to prevent the lava from reaching the Svartsengi power plant.
Okay.
The latest eruption, which began in May, is the 5th in the area since December 2023. It's been marked by vigorous lava flows and some of the highest recorded in recent activity, covering main roads and threatening the infrastructure of Grindavik and surrounding areas. If I trust anybody, it's anybody in these countries, whether it's Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, to know what to do.
Absolutely.
They're very organized.
Yep.
I think they can figure it out. They're kind of used to it. But on the other hand, I don't, who
Right.
knows?
Right.
Holy shit, they found it. This is crazy.
Okay.
I never even heard of this. Magnet fishing.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
You get a giant magnet on a rope, and then you're hoping to find stuff in the lake or the creek or the whatever.
Okay.
Money doesn't grow on trees, but for one New York couple, it emerges from the filthy gunk at the bottom of a city pond. James and Barbie,
Barbie?
yeah, her name is Barbie, were magnet fishing, using a cable to toss a powerful magnet into a body of water when they hooked something big. They yanked up their hull and discovered their magnet had grabbed onto a safe with bundles of $100 bills inside. The soggy but intact bills were $100,000 fortune for the couple.
Wow.
Yeah, we pulled it out. We were seeing stacks of hundreds, and we freaked out. They had found other old safes, but they were typically empty or contained plastic bags and disintegrated remains of money. They couldn't believe it. They were freaked out. We call it poor man's treasure hunting. yeah, I would not think the money would last. I think the water would seep in somehow.
Yeah.
They also found World War II grenades, an intact motorcycle, foreign coins, and jewelry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for them.
If you'd like to watch them, they have a YouTube channel called Let's Get Magnetic.
Oh my God. Of course they do.
Oh, God. Last month, a magnet fisher in New Orleans found a human skull that had been padlocked to an exercise dumbbell.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to. No, I'm good. Never thought about pulling up bad shit.
No. Wow.
This is a great, holy shit, they found it.
Okay.
So these people had a pet donkey, and it disappeared 5 years ago, their pet, and he's been spotted living with a herd of wild elk.
Stop it.
Yep. He's out living his best life.
Wonderful.
Yep. When Diesel the donkey ran away on a hike near his home outside Sacramento 5 years ago, the owners assumed the worst. He's not aggressive, he's a lover. But right now, he's scared. This was days after his escape.
Okay.
Years passed without a sign of life from Diesel until earlier this year when a hunter spotted them and filmed a herd of at least a dozen elk in the Northern California wilderness. Among them, strangely, was a wild burro.
Whoa.
Drury is positive that the donkey in the hunter's video is her Diesel. We finally saw him. Finally, we know he's living his best life. He's happy, he's healthy, and it was just a relief. They adopted Diesel from the Bureau of Land Management, and he had lived on their ranch for the first few years of his life alongside chickens, a llama, and a miniature donkey. My friend Andrew has a miniature donkey. It's adorable.
That's fun.
It's adorable till it has diarrhea in the garage.
Oh,
and then,
God.
yeah, not so much.
No.
On a fateful hike in 2019, Diesel noticed something that spooked him and took off running. Dragging Drury's husband Dave through the bushes behind him, she told him for some time. For weeks, they searched for him through the rugged terrain. Though they spotted him once on a trail cam and found some tracks that may have matched his, they never found him. And then this guy took a video. She said, I can't get over it. I'm amazed. The donkey looks so happy and healthy. That's a great little story.
That's great.
Yeah, he's out there just having the life he was supposed to have.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not going to go get him. She said, nope, let him go. They're not going to try and catch him and bring him back. As donkeys in the wild can usually find plenty to eat, and the donkey appears to be thriving in the wilderness with friends by his side. He's truly a wild burro now,
Nice.
compared to the not-so-feral cats that let another cat come in this house today.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
I opened the door to let in Chapo, and Kato wanted in for a while. They like to come in for a little bit, as long as I don't shut the door. Baby cat will stay in 24/7. She don't care.
These are not feral cats.
No, not feral.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. No. And then I went in to go put in my contacts and came back out. There's an orange and white cat.
Stop it.
Yep, just sitting there eating treats out of the Bigfoot dish.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, wow, they do nothing.
No.
I think it's because they were outside so long when they were little. They're just used to everything. There's a raccoon that comes every day. It eats, it looks, and then it gets a drink out of the water fountain. Even if I put the food away, it comes for a drink, which is fine. And I don't want them to get in fights, but they could do a little better guarding. Just say maybe not today.
They're not the night
Right.
cats.
Moving on to news, people. Moving on to news.
Was it a feral cat?
I could not tell if it was feral or not, the orange and white one. I think it might have been a pet.
Okay.
It was a little dirty, though. The white part was a little dirty, which makes me think it's been in the woods a lot. And then I had to chase one of these jackasses in the woods, and I got chiggers everywhere. If you've never had a chigger bite, they never go away. And I found a medicine, though. I'm going to do a video. It's called Chigger X.
What?
It worked great.
Chigger X?
Chigger X. Yep.
Yeah.
It's way worse than a tick bite.
Do you read instructions about this? Before
Do I read? No, I took it to the pharmacist. I go, does this work? And he looked at me, he goes, I'd get the hydrocortisone also. I'm like, oh, judgy. Just read what's on it. Does it work? They scar, too. It takes forever for a chigger bite to go away.
Sounds like something you made in your garage.
A chigger, and the thing is, you can't really see them.
No.
Like a tick, I don't know where I was. I had it in the woods. Oh, with my mom, walking the dog. And then I had a tick it came on the side of my ear. Damn, there's still a huge bump. Yeah, it's nasty. Anyway, from research assistant Bob Reed, unpaid intern. Hooters is closing 300 restaurants.
No.
What will my friend Ron White do for lunch? I am not a Hooters wing person. No, I like the traditional buffalo wings. I don't like the way there's like mini fried chicken wings. Yeah. No. I'm not in love with it. The rest, that's fine. If you want to go in for a salad, fine. Yeah. But
everything tastes.
I don't really choose Hooters. Yeah. For beers, fine.
Yep.
But they've made the difficult decision to close a select number of underperforming stores. One is by Bob's House. The company did not release a list of affected locations or a specific number. Well, you know what? We could do that right here.
Right.
Doing the work of the Lord.
Yep.
Termites, do you have one that closed by you? Let me know where it's at. And I'm going to out these people for where they're closing them.
Yes.
They say the brand remains highly resilient and relevant. There's one about 2 miles from where I'm sitting, and it's not usually that crowded. No.
Waffle House on the other end.
Waffle House is booming, but Waffle House is smart. Only have 4 booths. We look packed.
And a guy that can cook everything.
Accounting for the closures, Hooters has about 300 global locations and a 12% decline since 2018. Menu prices, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. There's more Miller Ale Houses and more Dave & Buster's. They're building new ones. I like a Miller's Ale House on the road.
That's good.
Yep, they have a great chicken sandwich, FYI.
Yep.
Dave & Buster's, I don't even know that I've ever eaten there. I've played Crazy Taxi. I love that game. And drank. And it's a video game.
Okay.
Where you drive a taxi. And then you pick people up. You get to pick what your driver is, and then you can pick people up or not if they look like drug dealers, because some of them could shoot you.
Why would you?
Right, exactly. News. Little Catholic news. Love it. This is why he's my favorite pope. Pope Francis said priests should give short sermons so people don't fall asleep.
Oh, yes.
That's right. Keep it tight.
Yeah.
I know. For everybody who's going to say something, I know the Catholic Church has its issues. We just acknowledge all that. I'm just saying these are the things. This is progress. Let's tighten it up. Open mic night, you get 5 minutes. He's giving you 8. He's being generous. He gave you 3 more than an open mic spot, and you go over 8. I think there should be a red light, and then we turn off your mic. Yep.
Frank gives you the light.
He said this Wednesday at the Vatican. Sometimes priests talk a lot, and you no longer understand what they are saying. The homily, that's a speech. So if you're not Catholic, you read something out of the Bible, and then they give a speech on that little tiny speech. But it used to some of the people when I was a kid would go on for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then my dad would be like, we're finding a different church. We're not doing that again. And then we would drive an extra 20 minutes to a different church. I'm like, was that really a time saver, Dad? We just drove 20 minutes one way. We're going to drive 20 minutes back. We could have just walked down.
We can get the Cardinal game on.
The homily, a message delivered by the Catholic priest during the church service, must be short, an image, a thought, a feeling. Ooh.
Wow.
That's hard.
That is hard.
I never think about that when I'm doing my act. Is this a thought or a feel? An image? That's hard.
That's real hard.
It should not last more than 8 minutes because after that, the attention is lost and people fall asleep. And they are right, said the Pope, age 87. He's smiling while he says it, too.
He'll fall asleep.
It's giving after a reading from the Bible and used to reinforce religious teachings. The Pope's words echo the recommendations made by Archbishop so-and-so in 2010 in his book, The Word of God, which prelates to keep their homilies to 8 minutes or shorter and to avoid improv from the pulpit.
Oh.
Why can't you do a little improv? If you thought of something, say it.
Exactly.
What's that about?
Yeah, let's make it interesting.
Yeah. I don't ever feel like they wrote it. I feel like it's all improv.
Right.
Maybe they're that good at it. It's also in line with the shrinking American attention span, which is causing leaders in other professions to issue advisories on how long that things should go on. Per CBS News, the Associated Press has advised writers to keep most articles under 500 words. The average shot in a movie now is under 5 seconds.
You're kidding.
No, but I noticed that because sometimes it gets too jumpy for me in a movie where I'm like, God, slow the fuck down. Why do we have to get a shot of his nostrils when we were on his whole body and he was talking? I get it. I don't like it, but I don't know. I'm not one of the 5 second people. I'm not one of the children.
You're not a TikToker.
I'm not. Well, I'm going to get my TikTok. I'm going to get my TikTok in shape.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been neglected because I just have been busy, but I'm going to get it rolling. Rocking. We'll have all my specials. I don't know. There's like 8 that could be chopped up for jokes. And then, I haven't done it, but I do my own Twitter. For the and sometimes if there's a graphic, I didn't design that, but I'm doing my own Twitter, my own Instagram. The facial book I have a little help with because I don't. It's overwhelming to me.
You hate Facebook.
Well, I don't love it, but I do look at it. I look at the email from this, the Pubcast on the inbox and all that. Some of them are very funny. Not all of them. I can't. I don't have time, but I'll look at a lot. News.
Yep.
Flip phones are surging. They're on the comeback.
Stop it.
As folks seek a connection without distraction.
Oh.
Now, a long time ago, a man who I may or may not be related to, I won't say who knew he was such a dirty little bird, told me that a lot of his guy friends had flip phones in case they wanted to like have an affair, because then they talk on that phone and there's no record of it on their real phone, and they keep that phone in the glove compartment of their car.
You know.
I know. People are busy, dirty birds. Busy, bitty. But anyway, flip phones are having a moment. It's true. People are snatching up my friend Chuck always has a flip phone. He always has. Well, he likes it because it is true. When you close the phone, the conversation's off. I mean, for sure off. How many times I can tell you I think I've turned off the phone.
You butt up.
And I haven't.
Yeah.
And then thank God I haven't said anything shitty about somebody. But if I had, they'd have heard it.
Right.
My parents, no idea how to turn off a phone. It's a conversation never hangs up.
Yeah.
It just, that's why they're like, why are our chargers aren't working? No, it's that your phone's never off. It couldn't keep up if we had 17 of the most brand new chargers on the planet. So when you shut the flip phone, you know it's over.
Right.
It's a guarantee versus that.
Gotcha.
It's true. People are snatching up the basic clamshell throwbacks of the early 2000s faster. Oh, I think I still have to. Maybe I'll put them on the
eBay.
On the eBay. That a bag of discounted Reese's that's not funny. The reasons are simple. We're burned out on smartphones, social media, and passively allowing our lives to melt away, mindlessly stuck on screens. I learn a lot on social media.
Yeah.
I get a lot of information that actually is in my life
Yes.
that matters.
I agree.
A lot of sports stuff. Speaking of which, I forgot to say, if you'll notice, Fred Bird, the Cardinal mascot, is sneaking out
Nice.
because we're in second place, albeit our division's terrible.
Second place.
Second,
To who?
the Brewers.
Of course.
And my friend Dax is a Cubbies person, and they have gone from second to last.
Oh.
Now that's going to change all summer, and I am not thinking the Cardinals are going to be spectacular. I don't like the owner.
Nope.
I don't like the manager.
Nope.
I think it's all bullshit. Not a happy fan, but because the players themselves have done a good job, I'm moving Fred Bird out.
Nice.
Anyway,
Okay.
according to the latest statistics, the average person spends 5 hours a day on their smartphone, I don't think so.
It's in your pocket. It doesn't count.
which equals 6 days a month and a mind-boggling 12 years over a lifetime. Whoa. Yeah, but like in the morning I get up and do the phone. Why is that any different than the newspaper that I used to read?
Right.
Like on the road.
It's more environmentally friendly.
You're right.
Yeah.
And we're not wasting all that paper.
No, work of the Lord.
So on the road back in the day, I would go down and get the local paper, say the Omaha World Herald and USA Today, and get my coffee, and I would read. Why is that any different than me reading on the phone right now? I don't think that we're still just reading news.
Right.
You see, I mean, I don't know what the rest of the day people are doing, but I know at least us old people. Or, I'm on Instagram or looking. When's Cyndi Lauper coming? That, things that fucking matter. She's on the road. I want to see her. I've never seen her.
Really?
Well, she doesn't tour that much.
She's pretty good.
I want to see her and Annie Lennox.
Together.
Well, together, apart. I don't care. Whatever they want to do.
Wow.
Yeah. Our human willpower and Band-Aid fixes like built-in social media app limits don't help. If you took an alcoholic who had a problem with alcohol and couldn't control it, then said the best thing to do is get the alcohol out of the house, right? So that's how I sort of looked at it. This guy said, Will Brawley from his home. He created and co-owns the popular restaurant software thing. I don't care. He replaced his iPhone with a Verizon flip phone 4 years ago, and he says he does not miss it at all.
Unbelievable.
Boy, I get yelled at for having an Android. What if I had a flip? What if I could text from a flip to the family thread? That would just really, really get me deeper in shit.
Yep.
Who has a goddamn flip phone?
You wouldn't even be green. You'd be like purple.
It wouldn't be green.
No.
No, it would just be numbers. It wouldn't even
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah. Who is this?
I didn't like who I was when I had an iPhone. I wasn't present with other people. I was constantly checking email, texts, sitting at a stoplight, looking at my phone, constantly grabbing the phone, being distracted while I was with my wife and kids. Now, having just a flip phone it's a mental health boon for me, he said. The small inconveniences are so enormously outweighed by the positive outcomes just for my presence, mental health, my anxiety, all of that's improved dramatically. Well, maybe you had a problem.
Yeah,
I don't feel like
I'm not on my phone.
when I'm with other people, I turn my phone ain't even on.
Right.
Unless, my parents are, sick or, if I have to, like in case there's an emergency. But I don't sit there while people are talking and check my phone. That's rude.
That's real rude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sales of simple flip phone features, not the snazzy Galaxy Flip 5,
Snazzy.
are up for the second year.
The new Galaxy's a flip phone?
The Samsung Galaxy Flip 5.
Are you going to get it?
I don't know. I'll have to go look at it. I might get it. I don't know. I don't like going to the Sprint store or T-Mobile, whatever it's called now.
but-
The children are so helpful. There are two of the actual children, Zoomers. They're like in their 20s, and they just look at me like I'm their mom, and I just act dumber than I even am, which is really stupid about tech stuff. I don't know anything. And I'm like, can you just make everything in this phone go to that phone? Do not send me home to go to some fucking app. I'll never do it. I won't do it right. Then I'll lose every video and picture I have. They do it. They're like, okay, so can you go get lunch or something and come back? I'm like, absolutely. I'm going to go get lunch. Yeah. But they're very nice.
Let's transfer all your cat videos. That's funny.
This one girl, she's an influencer too, but she takes it out because it makes her more present, but it also eliminates drunk text and bad hookups. All of the bad things about college, all the good things about a flip phone, which is connected with people and taking videos and photos. I will say,
Eliminate drunk texting.
well, because to text on a flip phone, remember when you could? It's a lot hard. A drunk won't go through all that.
It's more like Morse code.
Yeah, I don't think a drunk person would have the wherewithal. I wouldn't.
No. That's another TED Talk.
Yeah.
Drunk texting.
So is that? Oh, here's a picture of the. I've seen this one flip. I don't know.
Is it cool?
Got to think about it. Well, yeah, it looks better than the old ones used to. But
We'll go look at it.
I'll go look at it. And I'm going to go to the Cracker Barrel by my house that claims it's remodeled. And I'm going to do the work of the Lord. And I'm going to go get some pancakes. And then this is from research assistant Lewis Black.
Nice.
Unpaid intern. Baseball stadium becomes the first to offer THC products for the fans.
What?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Well, first ballparks offered hot dogs and pedestrian lagers. Then concessions boomed with all sorts of nibbles, entrees, and drinks, highlighting local restaurants and craft beers. Now you can go to a ballpark and get high. Not every ballpark, but you can at Walker Stadium in Oregon, where the Portland Pickles play a minor league ball team. The Portland Pickles, I bet their merch is great.
Yes.
The team announced this month that through a partnership with Cycling Frog, a dispenser of hemp-derived THC plus CBD products, that it would sell seltzers with THC in it. That's confusing.
Yeah. Oh, what if you don't know what does?
The team said it's the first time a sports team is selling THC products at a live event.
Wow.
What, I don't know. I don't care. Whatever.
Right.
It's Oregon. If anybody's going to do it, it should be them. The Portland Pickles have a responsibility in the sports industry to take leaps and set precedents of innovative partnerships, as we saw in 2019, becoming the first team ever to partner with a CBD company and quickly teams all the way up with Major League across sports follow suit. Yeah. Speaking of which, did you guys go watch Renee? Did you watch the documentary? Mm-hmm. Here's the things I'm excited about too. I know I'm skipping back a little bit. I cannot wait to watch the Celine Dion documentary.
Oh, great.
There's part of her that is so off-putting to me because everything's so dramatic.
Really?
But there's also part of her that I'm fascinated with because she is that person.
Yes.
And I believe her. I believe she's sincere. I kind of can't wait. And then for
A lot of narcissism, I've heard.
narcissism, you've heard?
I've heard.
Well, she's had a rough road. Her husband died. Her mom died.
This is all
Everybody's
this
dying.
is predated, though.
predated that.
Yeah. Maybe
Would you be saying this because you're from the west of Canada and maybe you don't care for the middle Quebec? Is that because you were forced to learn French for just one tiny group of people? Is that why I feel the hatred coming? I think I do.
It's not hatred, just an observation.
And I can't wait to watch PBS. They have a new thing called the New Dig about Pompeii. So I just meant to say those. Yeah. All right. Now here's something. Would you go to this, Termites? Let me tell you this. Would you go? Would you spend? I think they said $50. I saw a story online about it. I saw it on TV and then I saw it online. Netflix is going to open 2 massive venues with experiences, shops themed to its shows. Now here's something that was super cool. So remember when Vikings was on?
Yes.
On the History Channel / it's a Discovery Channel. I think they're all the same under the same house. In New York, they had a Vikings exhibit at the same time as Vikings was on. I was first lady there in the morning.
Cool.
Yep. Buy my ticket, $30 or whatever. It was awesome.
Cool.
But it was great because it's like interacting with what's on your mind right now if you're watching Vikings.
Right.
But this one, they're called it's a Netflix house. The first 2 locations, which will include events and shops themed to its shows, will be in Dallas at their Galleria, I believe, and the King of Prussia Mall in Pennsylvania. You get to immerse yourself in the worlds of your favorite shows. The experimental complexes will include elaborate events in a repurposing of empty retail space. I'm telling you, turn every one of these malls into a pickleball court.
Exactly.
And bars.
And bars.
Well, around the pickleball.
Pickle bars.
Pickle bars.
Yeah.
Pickleball bars. Pickle
bars.
ball.
Pickle bars.
Right.
We'll brand that. Pickle bars.
All old people would say, especially all my friends would say, let's play pickleball and have some wine. They would like to congratulate themselves for 42 minutes of fake exercise. And then, as I would, and then go, well, I deserve this.
Very competitive.
They are going to occupy these Netflix houses, former department store locations at the Dallas Galleria, blah, blah. They'll span 100,000 square feet. They're set to open in 2025. I don't know. For fans of, say, Squid Game, the dark drama and reality show, Netflix promises to recreate the program's Glass Bridge Challenge. You walk or jump across clear panels that shatter and drop them if they stand on the wrong one. Fuck no, I'm not doing that. No.
I don't think we're
Well, I'm not going to do anything at this age that's going to scare myself on purpose. It's not happening.
We're not their target audience.
I don't know who it's for. But like what other shows? Bridgerton? I watched season 1. That was stupid. I can't.
I love it.
Well, good for you, pals. Yeah. You motor on, and with your Palm Royale season 2, they give you something to do for 12 hours.
We watch different stuff.
I don't know. I just don't. I can't even think of any shows on Netflix that I would be like, yeah, I want to get in that show. I want to be part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that show's part of it. The Queen's Ball. I don't know, but I heard on the thing, it's not written on here, it's like $50 a ticket.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
How long do you get to be in for?
What about the children?
Right.
They don't, well, some of the children do. I don't know how long you get to stay in.
Those children
speaking-
ask their parents, but
Speaking of shit I wouldn't do, this is why, like, I don't know, you just get to an age, and this isn't recently, this is probably a good 20 years now, I just refuse to go on roller coasters. I won't do anything that could cause my death unnecessarily. Because I know it's coming. Eventually, we're all going to die. But do I need to speed it up by doing some jackassery? No, I don't. But when you're young, you don't think like that. So I understand why people do it. But at this age, I won't do it. 28 people are trapped upside down on an amusement park ride, rescued by the fire department in Oregon. Wow. 28 people. It went on for like a half hour. I was just crying. I was more happy I was alive, a writer said after being taken off the thing. Yeah, more than 24 people recovering after a theme park ride in Oregon left them hanging upside down for more than 20 minutes. Upside down.
I freak out.
On Friday, June 14th, 28 passengers were riding Portland's Oaks Amusement Park. Atmosphere, but fears in all caps. Atmosphere. The ride stopped in place, suspending them all upside down in its apex position. God. The ride operators working on atmosphere, which can operate at either 180 degree or 300 degree setting, as it sends its riders flipping through the air in a loop, called 911 and began initiating emergency. Can you imagine the headache? 20 minutes upside down.
No.
All of the blood is rushing to your brain.
Terrifying.
They arrived, the firefighters pretty quickly and got everybody off safely. But this is like, right. You just got scared literally like to death. You thought you were going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And you paid for that.
Right. Wow.
She said, the one girl said she was afraid, but more importantly, her entire waist below, everything below her waist was asleep because all the blood had gone away.
Oh, God.
You have to hold your leg back. It was so hard. It was so bad. So there's this like woman firefighter, and she's so tiny, and she's like, "Oh, I got you," describing her rescuer. I'm like, "Are you sure?" And she literally like picked me up, and I was just overwhelmed and everything, and I gave her like the biggest hug. This is why
That's a good interview.
I can't even, no. And like my nieces and nephews at Six Flags or whatever, go ahead. Or ask if there's another adult here who wants to take you.
Right.
Well, I'm not doing it. I'll get on the teacups. There's a lot of shit I'll get on. Antique cars. Sure, I'll go on that. Oh, log ride. Love a log ride.
Love the log ride.
Log flume.
The log
Doug Benson used to have the funniest joke. I don't know if he still does it. He's a comedian. He's very funny. The log ride at whatever, say Six Flags or whatever. He said he liked to get in the, this is his joke, not mine, but he liked to get in a family log, and he's the only one that's not part of the family. And then at the end, it always takes your picture of you coming down the thing. And he said he particularly wanted to get in with the Asian families because the pictures meant so much to them. Like, and they had their friends taking pictures, and then he would behave like a moron in the back of their log. You get off, and they'd be pointing at him and go, "You ruined the whole log."
Sorry.
Just to think I'm going to get in that log and ruin these people's family picture. I know, but it's funny. I mean, who knows if he really did it? I believe he would. Here's something where you're like, really? Are you guys really going to doubt this lady? The world's oldest woman, who claims she was born 6 months before the death of Queen Victoria, celebrates her 124th birthday. It's believed she claims. The lady's 124.
Right.
I mean,
the picture.
just believe her.
Yeah.
Her name is Amantina os Santos de Virgum, also known as Donna Julio. She was born on June 22nd. Julio? Julia. Well, Donna Julia is what I read. Donna Julio. I don't know. She's said to have been born on June 22nd, 1900, which is really weird because I always look at rental car things and how old can you be?
Yeah.
I believe it was Hertz. It said 1904. And that's my grandpa's birth year. And I'm like, wow, so you'd let somebody that would be 124?
Hop on in.
Right. Wow. She lives in Sierra Gayas in the state of Parana.
That's crazy.
Right, 124.
Yep.
Her social worker says she doesn't have diabetes, headaches, or high blood pressure. She doesn't take any medicine, and she doesn't have gray hair. She loves wearing earrings and bracelets. They threw her a special party to celebrate the official date of her birth. Well, where'd we get that?
Right.
She's Brazilian. Although her age is recognized by the Brazilian government, she's been denied a place in the Guinness World Book of Records because of a mix-up with her birth certificate.
A mix-up.
Can't you just put in there, this lady's alive and we think she could be too?
Right.
Just come on, be nice.
Yeah,
put the lady in the book. What do you give a shit? Yeah, just put an asterisk by it and say, maybe, she spent a significant chunk of her life on the streets. She was adopted at the age of 100 by a woman named Maria Edner de Alameda. And then there's a picture of the lady.
Adopted.
She kind of,
She looks old.
she's very tiny. She's a very tiny person. Yes. No, but I mean, not from like shrinking and stuff. She started out like my height.
know.
And now she's probably 4'2".
Yeah, she's inking.
She had tiny little hands. Tiny little hands.
Little inking.
Oh, here she is in a winter coat. You can barely see her face. She's got her hood up. Current World Book of Records, they say the oldest person in America born is Spanish. We know this because you listen to this Pubcast. Maria Branes Morel, who turned 117. This lady's way older. I believe her.
So she was an orphan at 100.
Well, she spent a lot of her life on the streets. That's all it says. It doesn't say, and she's not in a nursing home or nothing. She's active on social media, frequently posting on Twitter. She said, I'm surprised and grateful for the...
She posts on Twitter.
Well, with the help of her daughter, who's probably 90.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. I believe her. I can't believe people... I know there's no... but the thing is, if you're going to be this old, there may not be proof.
Right.
Maybe they didn't keep records in Brazil at that time of those people.
Exactly.
Because this is crazy, too. Well, tell me what you think about this, termites. So if you look on my Wikipedia, it says I was born in Florissant, Missouri, which is also the Ferguson-Florissant School District, which is why I say I'm also from Ferguson. But really, I was born in Jennings, Missouri. But Florissant is what it kind of turned into. So the Midwest restaurant is igniting conversation over its strict age policy. Termites, tell me what you think. On May 26th, Bliss Restaurant, a recently opened Caribbean restaurant in Florissant, Missouri, announced a policy for its patronage and that has since gone viral around the internet. The eatery, which serves dishes like oxtail, jollof rice, and fried plantain, revealed that its age restrictions for its entry are women must be over 30 or over, and men must be 35 or older. I like that they decided we are 5 years more socially well-behaved than men. They're like, well, the women are fine by 30. The guys, well, I don't know, let's hang on till 35. Yeah, they're not, it takes them a hot minute to learn how to behave. And then it says, as a black-owned business, Bliss Caribbean Restaurant is dedicated to providing North County with an upscale dining experience. They wrote on Facebook. And they're adding that the restriction ensures a grown and sexy atmosphere.
There you go.
Now, here's the thing. My one brother, I'll never forget. So when my brother Pat and his wife Ellie, they had little Pat, he was probably at the most 2. He's in a high chair, I know this. And they were in Florida. We were all down seeing my mom and dad, and they decided they were going to go out on their own to have anniversary dinner or something, but they had to take little Pat.
Yep.
We said, I don't know why they ended up by themselves. And I said, how was dinner? Was it romantic for your anniversary? He goes, no, Kathleen. He goes, little Pat. He goes, I didn't mind so much, but there was a couple not far from us really trying to have a romantic dinner, and it's just not romantic when a fork that isn't yours flies through the air and lands on your table. And I could just picture little Pat just, there is a thing that kids can kind of make the atmosphere. I think it's funny, but if you're trying to have, he wants a grown and sexy atmosphere, the restaurant lists 3 reasons for his policy. Oh, the one time the twins, my sister's twins, they were like a year. We were, again, down seeing my parents in Florida, and we all went out. And they were really good babies, but for whatever reason, they were like 9 months old. Both of them were in high chairs. Yeah. When one would lose it, the other one would lose it. It was like a mirror effect.
Twins, yeah.
And then it started with Claire, and then Emily mimicked it, and it just kept getting louder and louder. And my brother-in-law, Matt, who's like a country guy, he was just like, Katie, we don't leave. You got to stop that. Make them stop. My sister's like, Matt, I can't just make them stop. They have clean diapers. Yeah. They've been fed. They're just angry. He's like, what do you mean they're angry? Their minds don't even work like that. We got to get these babies out of here. I said to Kate, because I was with them, I couldn't stop laughing. I thought it was so funny. And I'm like, well, it's funny to us, and I understand it's not funny to other people. We do need to figure out
an exit strategy.
How to stop it. Make them stop it, Katie. It went on. She's like, let's just get the food to go. I'm like, great idea. And it went on for a good, 5 to 10 minutes. And in a restaurant, that's kind of a lot.
Right.
There's other people trying to eat that don't need all this shit.
Wow.
Anyway.
That's great.
The restaurant lists 3 reasons for its policy. It creates a mature and relaxed atmosphere for guests, and the restriction allows staff to focus on quality. and that the policy ensures our restaurant remains a premier destination for those seeking an upscale Caribbean dining experience. This policy helps us make a sophisticated environment, hold up our standards, and support the sustainability of our unique ambiance.
Nice.
Yeah. I just love that they made it 30.
That's funny.
But then there's other people that are mad about it. But really, is a kid going to want oxtail?
No.
I mean, maybe you could go to 25.
Right.
What's... I don't know.
I don't know.
They've gotten a little bit of backlash, but that's okay. They're sticking to their code. Next time I go home, I'll go there. See what it's like. I'll do the work of the Lord.
Okay. I know how you love a plantain.
I do like a plantain. I've never had oxtail. I can't judge it. I haven't. Somebody, the Twitter account, it's always so funny. Some lady wrote, "Grown folks only and no twerking on the tables. I support it."
Boom.
Yep. Somebody wrote, "We need 10 of these in California. We don't we though? Need about 4 in Oakland alone. LOL. Love this because it's for a mature crowd, but it makes you want to go out. It makes you want to go out again without the nonsense. I wouldn't have minded if you said 40 and up. Oh wow, let's keep going.
Yeah. Wow. That's great.
Yeah, a lot of people really like the idea.
Huh.
I don't see anything wrong with it if it's your restaurant.
Right.
You know, sorry, no kids.
You gotta be
This-
35.
This. Oh, by the way, I think this is wonderful. It's another reason I love the United States postal system. I'm seeing my neighbor Jeff tonight. He'll tell me what's wrong with it. He loves to tell me what's wrong with the post office.
Right.
And then I go, has a mail ever been lost, Jeff? No, it hasn't.
No.
Even when I wished mail had gotten lost.
Exactly.
To me, it didn't. The longtime host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek, is now honored with a U.S. postal stamp.
Wonderful.
Answer, who is Alex Trebek? That's right. He gets a forever stamp to celebrate his legacy and the show's 60 diamond anniversary.
Wow.
The stamp says, this naturalized U.S. citizen, because he's what? Canadian. This naturalized U.S. citizen hosted the quiz show Jeopardy for 37 seasons. Underneath, written upside down, is the correct response. Who is Alex Trebek?
That's great.
Yeah, good for him.
Wonderful.
A little fun thing. Maybe next time I go to the post office and get yelled at by the post office ladies for not picking up my shit out of the post office box, I'll buy some Alex Trebek stamps. This, I don't know how much taller people can get, but this is nuts. This is crazy. Oliver Rue makes Zach Eddy, these are basketball players, look like Muggsy Bogues. Muggsy was the shortest guy ever. He was like 5'2" or some shit. I don't know.
fun.
He was great. I always rooted him on. He was so tiny.
Yep.
But he made it to the pros, and he was great. An incoming Florida basketball freshman, Oliver Rue, has gone viral in recent days after internet sleuths discovered his bio page on the school's athletic website lists him at a staggering 7'9".
It's crazy.
There's videos of it online. I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally looks like a tennis ball in his hand, and then he just goes like that. He just reaches over and puts it in a bucket. It'd be like me walking around with tennis balls and just putting them in buckets. There, up.
Garbage cans.
Look, I scored again. Up, I scored again. Up. I don't even know. Now, there was that one really tall, skinny guy, Sean Bradley. He was the Mormon guy, and he went off to do his thing. And he didn't ever beef up, so he didn't really. He did okay, but he didn't turn into what they thought. You can be tall. If you're too skinny, though, you're gonna get. You gotta beef him up, even if you're that tall. But I don't know. Now we're getting to the point where, does it even matter if he beefs up? I mean, if you're wow, he's from Montreal, one of your favorite places. Pals. The height would make the Montreal native the tallest college basketball player of all time, passing up 7'8" Florida Tech and Mountain State center Paul Sturgis. He recently entered the Guinness World Book of Records in 2002 as the tallest living male teenager. As a child, he spent hours looking through his Guinness World Book of Records, studying the tallest people and comparing himself to the record holder. That is something I never did with my... I mean,
Free time.
he brought plenty of eyes to his height and his prowess, just like other giants before him. Yeah, he is a giant. I mean, he's a giant. Perhaps the most recognized skyscraper is the late Manute Bol, who I did Conan O'Brien with one time.
Oh, cool.
I got my picture taken with him, and I look 2'8".
You're kidding.
Nope. He was skinny. He was 7'6".
Yeah.
Some say 7'7".
Oh, wow.
Yep. He was playing Division II in the 80s before the Wizards Lewis's team. Drafted him. He doesn't really follow basketball because Baltimore, Washington did pro. Yeah, because he loves college.
Right.
University of North Carolina, baby blue, baby.
Ron likes the Longhorns.
Michael Jordan went there. All right, Lou. Okay.
We all know.
Yeah. This guy's ready to go. I mean, wait till you see him. 7'9".
It's crazy.
He was 6'1" as an 8-year-old.
What?
Go to your room. Smack. He could literally pat me on the head and then smack me. Yeah.
Nice.
He joined the 7-foot club in 6'11" in 6th grade and joined the 7-foot club before he entered 7th grade.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Wow. He's kind of cute too.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes when everybody gets that tall, it starts looking weird.
No.
Yeah. No, he's cute. All right.
And he's gonna be a gator.
Yeah. I almost think it's cheating. But I got in an elevator once in Detroit. I was going to the show. And the door opened and it was Kevin Durant.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I'm not the biggest pro following, but I know Kevin Durant. And I was like, hey, man. And I mean, he's so tall. And he was like, do you have plans tonight? I said, yeah, I got to work.
Yep.
I had a show at the whatever. What's the theater? I can't think of it.
The Royal Oak.
Royal Oak, right. Royal Oak. And he was like, well, I have some free tickets. I thought, oh my God, he's trying to give away his comps. and I'm like, I seriously would come. He was so nice. I'm like, dude, I would seriously come, but I really do have a job. Like, he doesn't know what I do for a living. I'm like, I gotta clock in. I gotta clock in by 5:30. And he was like, okay. I think he thought I was just like, I don't want to go to basketball, but I don't want to say that. Of course I would go. Any sport, basically, I would go.
Nice
But
of him.
yeah, he was extremely nice. So sometimes you hear people dog talking him, and I'm like, well, I was a total stranger.
Nice to meet.
Yep.
That's funny.
This is for, we're going to do this, and then I got some thank yous, and then our quotes.
Cool.
Buc-ee the Beaver appears to be having a midlife crisis.
What?
The 42-year-old mascot just debuted a new slimmer looks, and Texans are not loving it.
Oh, I noticed that.
No,
Yeah.
Nobody wants a skinny beaver. Beavers are chubby. That's
Yeah.
what they're supposed to be. Fast food mascots come in every shape, size, and personality, but I like to see them with a little girth. Big boy's belly isn't just his body type, it's proof. Oh, that's the big boy, yeah. And then he goes through all the other one.
Oh, yeah. Bug's a big boy.
Yeah. Reactions to the video, because he's svelte now. Why did they do this to my beautiful boy?
No.
Oh my gosh. Beavers have been evolving in Texas for 15 million years, and the North American beaver, Buc-ee, who's been evolving since 1982. They loved him so much last year that they named a fossil in his honor, but they are not having this person. But there's a lot of Buc-ees.
Yeah.
Why is it just the Texas one? The one in Tennessee isn't any skinnier.
Well, the new ones, they're changing them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. The statue and stuff.
Yeah. Here's oh no. I don't know what I would think. I don't they wear the mascot outfits the same.
No,
They're changing the outfit? Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't have a thing in it.
Oh, the little bottom part where he's got a kind of a little fat ass.
Yeah, and then the bronze statue is.
The bronze statue's chubby.
Yeah, but it's getting smaller.
Oh.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, I'm gonna have to look next time
Yeah.
at Buc-ee's. Shout out, thank yous. These coasters that say Madigan Pubcast are awesome.
Very cool.
That's from Vicky with a Y. The peanuts, we got that soap rock and some bath gel from Pennsylvania Termite Lynn. Laser pointers for geese removal.
Yeah.
Who ever heard of that?
Gotta look at that.
I don't know. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of them, though. I'm going to have to get like 8 of those if it works. That's Charlestown Termites, Cindy and Danielle, and local beer and some cat treats,
Nice.
which is good because I was out of greenies when I returned.
Uh-oh.
They like Temptations too, though, so that was fine. I'm not going to feed them until they stop letting other animals in this house.
Sounds like it's getting weird.
That's from Jen and Aunt Lori, and some cat toys from Termite Melissa. All right, so let's do our little quotes. Thanks again to everybody who came out in West Virginia, Maine. Can't wait to see you guys.
What are you gonna do in Maine?
I have Kelly McFarland with me.
Cool.
She's very, very, very funny. Do not be late to the show. All my shows, I always take pride in who I book to work with me and to open the show because they're all headliners in their own right.
Cool.
And she's one of the ones that I always kind of stay on side stage and listen, but sometimes I don't know, I get more excited to listen, for instance. Kelly's just funny. This is a Dolly quote. On songwriting during an interview for the Oprah magazine. God's like a farmer. He gets up, throws out all of these ideas like corn, and I want to be the early bird.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I gotta think about
Are
that.
things happening in the morning?
Are things happening in the morning?
No. Yeah. Every time on the Today Show when they have a concert out there, I'm like, nope. Hey, can you come down at 7:30 and do 10 minutes? Nope. Nope. I do not care. I am not getting up at 5 to put hair, makeup. No, there was a country singer on there this morning, and I thought, what time did you get up?
Right.
And Hoda and all those people are jacked up on 20 cups of coffee. We've already had spaghetti. Like, oh my God.
Wow.
This is This is on Twitter. In 2014, Tay wrote, good memories can leave even more of a scar on your heart than the bad times.
Oh. That's,
Deep
deep.
thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, see, this is where I get too Libra logical. What do you classify as a good memory? And then why is it a good one if it's something that's going to make you sad? I would put it in the not good one. Unless it's like, okay, good, but they died.
Right.
You still want those memories, and they can make you sad and happy at the same time.
True that.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, here's another one. This is on Tumblr. Does that even exist anymore? Tumblr?
I don't know. We'll look it up.
I never participated in the first place.
No.
She said, I've always said that the world is a different place for the heartbroken. It moves on a different axis, at a different speed. Time skips backwards and forwards fleetingly. The heartbroken might go through 1,000 micro emotions a day trying to figure out how to get through it. Sad clown.
Curious.
Sad, very serious, very serious.
Isn't it wonderful she's happy now?
Yeah, I'm so happy she's happy now. Good for the whole family. Good for everybody.
The world's a better place.
Where's she going next? Where's Tay?
Oh, Dublin.
Dublin. Oh, and you know what? I have a friend, I won't say who may have some inside information. And I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing to say out loud. I would not say it if I thought it was something I shouldn't. Tay paid all the people that are working on that crew. She paid for their spouses to come over for a week.
So great.
Boom.
Oh.
How nice is that?
Yep.
And I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. So if I wasn't, I didn't say that.
Right.
How about that? I didn't say shit about that. But how I know that is a different set of circumstances. And once again, shout out to Bert Kreischer from my medal. I'm going to wear it at Christmas and see if anybody says anything. Just to watch my brother go, why the fuck do you have a giant medal around you?
It's the size of your head.
It's so heavy. My neck actually hurts. I've had it on for an hour plus, and it's like, yeah. All right, that's it. We got a little fire, and night, Termites.